So people ask me all the time, Joe, how do you know so much about tarot and esotericism? What did you read? Where should I go? Where do I start? Well, the secret is in this box. Oh, it's from Llewellyn. I wonder what it is. Welcome to my unboxing video, one of the only unboxing videos I've ever made, because this unboxing video is probably the book that I've spent 6 years writing to finally answer your question, Joe, where do you get all this information from? So let's do this. Oh boy, I feel like I'm opening up the cube of space that created the whole universe, you know? At the back of the Thoth card, which is partially what this book is about, we are opening up reality. Oh my god, look at that. She is cute. Llewellyn, you know what you're doing. Oh, this is great. I think this is called the galley. I don't know, I'm kind of new to all this. But yeah, this is the uncorrected proof for limited distribution only. But let's talk about it anyway. At a beautiful 357 pages, this is my book. Now 357 reduces to 15, which is the devil card, which totally appropriate, but also reduces to 6, which is the Hierophant card, the card of the teacher, which is what this book does. So if you've ever been like, Joe, where do I get all that information? You talk about so many different topics and esoteric disciplines and tarot, this is it. The recommended resources alone and the bibliography will have you studying and exploring aspects of tarot you never knew existed, and I'm so excited to share it with you. Okay, so let's talk about this book and who it's for. So beginner tarot readers. It might not be completely for you, but stick around because I have something for you and I want to share something special with you. But for my intermediate advanced tarot readers, I want to talk to you for a bit. I want to talk to my Thelemites for a little bit. I want to talk to my mystical misfits and truth seekers for a lot of it. So it is a book that teaches the Thoth Tarot through the context of other great mystical traditions. So if you're an intermediate or advanced tarot reader that kind of knows the cards, but you want something deeper, like something ontologically, brain-meltingly deeper, this is the book for you. This book adds a lot to your tarot understanding and practice, including, but not limited to, Hermetic Qabalah, astrology, numerology, non-duality, Neoplatonic ideas. You know I got a thing for Plotinus. Ah, those cheekbones. Anyway, it adds a lot of mystical philosophy to your tarot understanding. What this does is it takes tarot from a simple tool of divination into a full psycho-spiritual technology. A tool for not just reflecting on your personal self in your life, but your transpersonal self with a capital S. It takes a bunch of ideas from all these different traditions, brings them all together, and explores them using the Thoth Tarot as this tour guide, as the map, and helps us kind of face our own existence, being, the isness, the business of isness, existence, consciousness, bliss. I kind of think of it like at this level of tarot, using tarot for mysticism in this context, it's kind of like if you were to do a tarot reading for God or existence and just see reality. Because at the end of the day, what is tarot if not an illustration of how time arises within the reality of eternity? So I'll read you the description of the book. Explore the mysteries of tarot, Hermetic Qabalah, numerology, and aspects of non-duality in a new way. Joe Monteleone takes you beyond the usual divinatory topics and into the realm of mysticism. He presents Aleister Crowley's Thoth Tarot deck as a tool for mystical insight, through which you can experience the deeper mysteries directly. Tarot mysticism teaches you how to manipulate meaning at such a fast rate that every single symbol becomes every other symbol. Through this practice, you can achieve a mystical experience, a sort of ecstasis, akin to those experienced by monks and sages of antiquity. In addition to hands-on exercises, this book features a holographic template that maps out mystical realization and helps you to traverse levels of consciousness. With Joe's guidance, you will learn to understand the universe through yourself. So, as I've said before, my biggest goal is enlightenment and ending suffering, right? Who doesn't want that? It's not too ambitious, is it? Not too much of an ask, right? And there's so many paths to this. There's all different forms of yoga and contemplation and high magic and all these different things. What tarot does in this context is it acts as a sort of scenic route to that understanding, so that these great, powerful truths that you really can't put into words are kind of put into every possible word, into every possible idea and image to express that one being that we really are. What happens is when you flood your mind with all of these ideas, there's this moment where I can't really describe it, but it's like everything connects to everything else. And there's this profound existential breath of fresh air. This experience, whatever you want to call it, I've had it through different traditions, but this book kind of cultivates the experience through tarot and exploring tarot as a real map of reality itself. It sort of makes tarot its own scenic Mahavakya, or like the great sayings of the Upanishads, these great and powerful teachings put into images and explored in their richness, like a museum of consciousness. So for that reason, I would say it's a little bit more for intermediate and advanced tarot readers, but it's also for beginners and definitely Thelemites. So let me talk to my Thelemites for a sec. This book, unlike the other great books that are out there, Lanmala Duquette and many others, it's not very focused on Aleister Crowley. It brings in Aleister Crowley, obviously. It cites the Book of Thoth so many times, and obviously that's the deck we're looking at, is Aleister Crowley's Thoth deck. But it looks at the Thoth deck more in the context of other mystical traditions, exploring it as a map of the Hermetic Qabalah, which is itself a sort of corollary to other traditions like Advaita Vedanta, Neoplatonism, among others. It uses the Thoth Tarot deck as a technology to express the perennial philosophy, the one teaching at the center of all mysticism, of all religion, of all philosophy. Which, by the way, I've mapped out in this giant poster. Here I am trying to fit the meaning of the universe in one YouTube video. Let's do it. Anyway, maybe I'll make this whole map of reality digital download that you can get in the description. I don't know yet, but it shows how the Tree of Life, Qabalah, Carl Jung, Hermeticism, astrology, non-duality, they're all connected. They're all showing us the same thing. So maybe download that. That might be a cool guide as you go through this book. But actually, I gotta say, Llewellyn, you guys know what you're doing. This is so cute. It's so clean, and it's just such an honor. Oh my God, look, it's the moon. It's such an honor to get to work with you, and you got to give it to Llewellyn for handling my crazy, hyperfixating, perfectionist, ADHD, Capricornian brain. They really were so supportive through this whole process. And I also have to thank Ethany. Ethany, if it wasn't for you, Ethany at Tarot Readers Academy, this would not exist. So thank you so much, Ethany, for inspiring and motivating me to complete this. This was a project that took 6 years, and it wasn't 6 years straight. It was like 3 hyperfixations within 6 years, because I kept just not wanting to do it. And then Ethany inspired me to like finish this bad boy and make it happen. And now it's here. If you've taken any of my Tarot Mysticism Academy courses, to give you a little bit of context about how this fits into all of this is not the whole curriculum. It's kind of a piece, an aspect of one side of the middle of the curriculum. So it kind of explores a lot of the technical, philosophical ideas around tarot, Qabalah philosophy. It's very brainy. It's very heady. If you like ideas, this will be very great for you. It's kind of similar to my Thoth Tarot Mastery course and some other courses, but it's kind of that middle area of the curriculum that's not the most advanced, but not beginner either. It's kind of middle to the side. So yeah, there are exercises in this book that will start to turn your mind inside out in a safe way. There's other exercises I can teach you outside that will really turn your mind inside out, but I can't really put that in a book. But definitely great introduction if you want to uncover like where I'm pulling this stuff from. This is definitely the place to do it. For my Thelemites out there, this book is not explicitly about Aleister Crowley. Obviously, there are so many footnotes to Book of Thoth and his other writings, and all the respect, but it is not so much focused on Aleister Crowley as much as it looks at the Thoth Tarot in the context of these other mystical traditions. Because I kind of thought it's like the Rider-Waite-Smith deck isn't so attached to Arthur Edward Waite. So it's an exploration of the Thoth Tarot deck kind of on its own, in its own way. And in doing so, it allows Aleister Crowley's creation to breathe at the same level, at the same height as the other great mystical technologies like the Upanishads, I don't know, maybe the Bible, whatever. Like it's a technology of realization, of being, however you want to language that. So lots of stuff there. For my beginners, this book may be a bit overwhelming, but my whole approach is when I get into something that I really like, I jump in the deep end and then I sink or swim. Sometimes I sink, but I usually kind of find my way up there to tread water. And so it is a lot, but it will elucidate for you all the connections between all the different disciplines. So it's not just like so much stuff to uncover. It'll kind of show you how everything's related, which will allow you to navigate these different mystical disciplines with a lot more ease and understanding. Oh my God, I have a letter too. This is so sweet. Okay, a letter from Marcus. Thank you, Marcus. This is so fun. If you want to pre-order the book, there are links below in the description of this video and on my website and everywhere on different links. It's everywhere books are sold. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Llewellyn directly, and a bunch of other places as well that I will link. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next wormhole. Much love.